Kurt Russell from that movie, 84. I've never seen that movie, but I know of it. I vaguely remember it. Makes me think of this game, Trickstyle. Here's the case and everything, everybody. Yeah. So, this game has the Sega Marine fishing guy. It also has a Power Ranger. And it has Kurt Russell from that movie. So, put in your seatbelt or whatever you got to do and get ready for that. And, hey, this game has 1 to 2 players. You can use the standard controller. Who knew? Who knew that could happen? And it's VMU compatible, so you can put in your visual memory unit and enjoy Trickstyle while that game is spinning in your console. And this game looks like a marriage between MagForce Racing and Rippin' Riders. Game looks like it has some character. The game looks like it has pretty awesome creative level design. It also looks like it has good sound, even though you can't look at sound, but you can try. And this game might just be a hidden gem. You don't ever know. You know, I did not grow up playing this. I played Rippin' Riders because I had Rippin' Riders. I never had this one. And Rippin' Riders is a horrible game. But let's not judge this game based on another unrelated horrible game. Although this is a racing game, and racing games are great on the Sega Dreamcast for the most part. We're going to be doing the VMU backup CD because the game starts off with a tutorial. But I do want to show you guys the Rogues Gallery of characters that you can select from. And we're going to be doing the, just a standard review, and we're going to try to have good takes and not edit too much because this is a multiple take that I just did. I've done multiple intros. I just feel so uninspired with this game. But I want to give you guys quality content, and that's what we're here for. So, this is Trickstyle for the Sega Dreamcast. Dreamcast 84 out. Trickstyle. Trickstyle. I told you Sega Marine fishing guy was in this. He looks happy. Case in point, we have a Power Ranger. Look at that guy slide on his belly. He's trying to be a Pin Triicelon. One of the Pin penguins. He sexually identifies as a Pin Triicelon penguin. He's got some good moves. Look at that. Look at that. That guy has so much win. I just want a big grinning guy on the front of all of my games. Now, this is the Kurt Russell character that I'm talking about. Alright, let's select one of these wonderful American Idol contestants. Okay, you got to select with the analog stick, so it's the only way that you can do that. Okay, this is Angel. She is an ex-stripper, and she has never been told no in her life, and she is going to reach a point where she hits the wall, and she's going to turn to pills. This is Brad, and he is one of those, Chads. Alright, this is King. He's always in a good mood, which is always awesome. Got a whole lot more personality than anybody in this game, actually. He's probably got the most. He's just happy to be here, just like me. This is Mia. She, speaking of ex-strippers, she also turned into bank robbery because she has the bank robber little eye mask thing that barely keeps your identity secret. So she has that. This is what would first appear to be a man, but it's not. I thought that on her shirt that it said poop at first. But don't be confused with poop when you're thinking about Rose, because, she's got a Serena Williams type thing going. Anyway, this is Max. Max has Hulk hands. That's basically all that you need to know. But you don't want to cross Max, because Max will punch you. Alright, this is Shin.
Power Ranger. Yuri is basically M. Bison reincarnated into a fatter M. Bison. And Zach, alright, Sega Marine Fishing. He is happy to be here as well. And I feel like he just, I don't know, he's got kind of a Wreck-It Ralph type thing going. He was traveling through the Ethernet ports. And yeah, he's planning to go back to Sega Marine Fishing because he'll get tired of this. Kurt Russell knows everything about this game, by the way. I don't think Kurt Russell is a celebrity that is necessarily funny or anything like that. He's not really noteworthy. He's just kind of a, I don't know, he's an interesting guy. He's less annoying than some of those other older 1980s type celebrities, or whatever they are. Not as annoying as Billy Crystal. Not as annoying as, like, I guess Tom Selleck. Tom Selleck's okay, I guess. Burt Reynolds, yeah. He's less ingratiating as Burt. Burt Reynolds has this weird cockiness about him. I guess Kurt Russell has a cockiness about him too. Like conveying confidence and stuff. Alright, this is just basically what it is. It's orbs. Let's skip this. I kind of want to be this chick, just kind of show her off. I mean, come on, look at her. Isn't she everything that you ever wanted? I like the whole stadium. The graphics look great. I wonder if her suit ever rides up, if you know what I mean. And she, you know what I mean? You're focused on racing, and like you gotta like ignore the wedgie. And she's a woman. She probably gets a wedgie in the front too. So no one wants to talk about that. When it comes to uncomfortable, like, women problems and stuff, like, society doesn't ever talk about it. It's like there's this weird stigma against it, where women have this pride, where like, oh, we're perfect, nobody ever, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that, okay? You get it? You get it? With guys, there's nothing off limits, which is kind of great about us. We can talk about stuff and just kind of laugh it off. If women had more of a sense of humor, they would be a little bit, I don't know, more approachable. I guess the fact that they're more guarded, that's kind of what they want, because, sex is their primary bargaining tool that a lot of women have. That's all that they have, a lot of them. But women really need to be empowered and to acknowledge that they can do more, which is great about feminism, but I think feminism demonizes real womanhood when it comes to being submissive and being a kind, caring, loving mother, because they are biologically driven to be mothers, because that's their destiny. I just think that women need to stop being so uptight. Hey, I actually made first. That is amazing. I'm proud of you, Rookie. I think that's her name. Rookie is celebrating a victory that is not combined with this pompous feminism one-upmanship. She's just genuinely glad to have won, and it has nothing to do about being at the expense of men or proving a point. It's just a simple victory. And that's what's great about Rookie. She is a true, just human being. And that's it. That's it. See, Kurt Russell's happy for her, and I'm happy for her, because she is a good example to humanity and to others. And I'm happy to be living in a world where Rookie is a fictional character in a video game for the Sega Dreamcast, a console that is not mainstream but has an incredible cult following. And if you're watching this video, please go out, stop what you're doing, and get yourself a Dreamcast. I recommend it. P.S. You're awesome. P.S. Reverse psychology, so you get that Dreamcast. Next race. Let's do the next race, and then I'll do the VME backup CD. How do you get on that line? I'm not sure. Okay, can I jump and then jump on that line? No. Was it the Y button where you do the little surf mode? Surfs up, penguins. Pin triathlon penguins. Penguin type penguins. When I mispronounce something, I'm much more aware of it with this awesome microphone. This microphone picks up everything. Check out these stages. Got some San Francisco looking thing, but some bridge. Got some awesome looking stages. I like the bridges. Just look at it. Hey, I was in 6th place, so don't hate. You lose, but you, rookie, don't. You live on to learn and do better the next day, and we get to look at your polygonal buttocks. We are going with a quote-unquote perfect save. I love the VMU backup CD. Somebody named Nate unlocked all this stuff, so thank you, Nate. Continue. I guess all of the challenges were unlocked with this game save, which is cool. If you go anywhere near Kurt Russell, you know, you have to talk to him, so you want to avoid Kurt Russell at all times. It's kind of like that guy in Resident Evil that you have to avoid. The guy who looks like Q from Street Fighter. Okay, let's just pick a random stage. This game was made in Europe. Let's see what's up. I mean, you can't see the game because of that guy's arms, his hands. Like, I'm not kidding. Is there any way to change the view? Let me pick the D-pad. Let me try the D-pad. Nope, D-pad does nothing, it seems. It's all about the triggers. And, okay, yeah, left trigger is brake, of course. I love that this game uses triggers. And let's see here. Okay, you can jump with the A button, which is great. Yeah. You look at this stage layout. It's very neat looking. I'm getting Star Wars Episode 1 pod racing vibes. Kind of a dark game. Makes me think of like, oh man, look at this. This is cool. Very cool. Very cool looking game, but makes me think of Slave Zero, just with how dark this particular stage is. Let's see if we can... you got to get momentum to do that. I think that if you hit the B button, it kind of helps do that. Max is going to retire. He's going to go to the Bahamas. He's going to wear Hawaiian shirts, and he's just going to have a lawn chair and just sit and look at the beach and stare and contemplate life and all of the things that he's accomplished. Good for Max, because, you know, he was in Max Steel Covert Missions, and then he just got older, got in this game, and gained a little weight, but compensated by buying a pair of Hulk hands. When they're holding their boards like that, it makes me think of surfing. And thinking about surfing makes me think of Nada Surf. I keep thinking about making a video about Nada Surf because I'm in love with Nada Surf. I just listen to their albums all the time. Makes me think of like Wipeout, with how creative the Wipeout series is with their level design. Maybe I'm not hitting the buttons enough, but yeah, what's the purpose of shimmying and sliding like that? Who knows? I think I played this stage, did I not? Or maybe it just looks really similar to the first stage. But yeah, this is Trickstyle. Don't be a fool, go to school. Steve Brule. Don't be cruel. Can't pass my stool. Hey, 4th place is okay. Pretty decent for a newbie. Noob Cybot. Yeah, I just want to pick the characters that are interesting looking, so. This guy might just turn into that big Power Ranger thing. He'll just morph into that. I'm assuming this was made in Europe, but if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. How's everybody doing that? I'll join. Everybody's doing that little slide, penguin slide move, so. Hey, what gives? There's a data limit to my cell phone plan, and I don't know what to do about it. I want someone to come up with a comprehensive list of VMU images. Hey, I'm first place somehow. I don't know. I thought I was doing so bad. Let's play conservatively and see if we can do something. Oh man, it's that stage. I feel like it's deja vu. Like I'm playing the same stage regardless of what I'm doing. All right, let's try this method. Slide down. Just slide down. I don't think I'm penalized too much with that move. Man, if you get hit by somebody, it really does slow you down. I think that power slide move does do something, but it really wrecks your steering, so you better do it on a clear through. Just hit the jump. Oh man, this is a difficult game. I think that you have to just keep playing it, muscle memory, just like any kind of racing game. You just kind of play it until you know what to do, and then you get lucky, and then you move to the next stage, of course. Standard racing, what to expect type stuff. There's this PS4 game called Redline Racer, and I want to check it out. I've heard good things. If you like F-Zero, you might just like that game. That's what I've heard about that game, and I love F-Zero. It's one of the few Super Nintendo games that I love. I played it on the Game Boy Advance back when I had a Game Boy Advance, of course. I miss having a Game Boy Advance, and I miss other game consoles that I kind of got rid of for this or that reason. Oh, what we do. Sometimes you gotta streamline your collections, though, and kind of prioritize. Like, I just decided I was a Dreamcast guy, so I just went all crazy on the Dreamcast front. Oh, man, I was hoping to jump that. Well, looks like I'm not able to. But, you know, hey, I'm not gonna stress about it. I want to talk about this game a little bit more and give it a review, give it a rating. Alright, I'm going to show some footage of the boss stage just to do it, just because I'm able to, but this is a neat looking game. Looks like an awesome little premise. Futuristic racing. I don't know what this is about. This looks like Demolition Racer. Are you supposed to just like defeat them by punching people? I don't know. This makes me think of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. I mean, look at it. Yeah, like I said, the graphics look sufficient. The audio is good enough, I think. The graphics are great. The premise, the creativity. I give any games with creative, anything that's creative points, Cool points with me on the Dreamcast 84 channel. Definitely a creative looking game. I love the layouts and everything like that. Reminds me of other games. Just, I don't really feel like I'm going to pick up the controller and play this really much at all, if ever. But that's not to say it's a bad game. It's just something to check out. If you have it in your system, hey, play it. But there's better games for sure, and for that reason, I'm just gonna give this an 8. I'm not gonna say it's horrible or anything like that, but I don't know. I just look, stuff like this happens. Yeah, the learning curve for this game is really steep if you don't really know what you're doing. You're gonna have to suffer for it. There's that training stuff, and you have to go through that for a reason. And it's not really pick up and play, which kind of does not appeal to me. But it seems kind of limited. Like, there's only 5 stages, and then there's a boss battle. But that's not to say it's completely bad. I mean, it's something to get into. And I'm sure you get a huge sense of accomplishment once you learn how the game mechanics are to be played. So, pretty standard game. I think that it's quirky, cool, awesome characters, awesome stages. There's no real problem with the controls. It's just that you got to know what you're doing. And yeah, I just feel like it's deja vu. I'm trying to show off this game, but I'm like showing the same 2 stages like over and over. 3 Stooges. I'm showing off the 3 Stooges. Britney Spears is very upset, but that's okay. 8 out of 10. Do I recommend? Unfortunately not. I'm not going to recommend it, but that's not to say this doesn't look like an interesting game. I think 8 is pretty high for this type of game to review, but whatever. Hey, 8 out of 10. Do you guys remember when drink machines were super cheap. I remember there was a drink machine where I live where it was 25 cents for a soda, but it wasn't like regular like Coca-Cola or whatever. It was like Food Lion brand. Food Lion had a machine where it was a quarter, and that's awesome. Do you guys remember the Chiclets machines? It was like 10 cents. You put 10 cents in that thing and you get a chiclet. Man, how times have changed. Trickstyle. Thanks for watching.